Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of Monday Night Raw. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic behind the commentary table, and we are live and sold out in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And there ain't no blue stuff going around the crowd. No, we're just about to see perhaps some red fill the ring canvas because it's about to be a fight. To kick off the show, we've got a #1 contenders match for Asuka's Raw Women's title. That's what's on the line here tonight to kick off the show. It's this woman, Shayna Baszler, as she is set to take on Kairi Sane. Now, Shayna Baszler and Asuka have been battling, have been brawling on and off again over the Raw Women's title ever since WrestleMania, ever since Shayna Baszler was drafted to Monday Night Raw. Okay, they fought at Backlash. Then, in the Money in the Bank Women's Ladder match, those two women practically kicked off the matchup by brawling at the top of the ramp. And then, we once again had another match between the two women. So Shayna Baszler, she has lost every single match and opportunity at the Raw Women's title since she's been here on Monday Night Raw. Tonight, we're going to see if that feud will continue on to Summerslam, where Shayna Baszler will once again get another shot at the title. But of course, we got to think about this woman, of course, Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess. She is on a massive wave of momentum, okay? About a month or so ago, Kairi Sane beats Carmella in a main event no-holds-barred matchup. And then she was injured, unfortunately. Okay, she suffered some head trauma. However, last week, she returned, defeated Dakota Kai, earned herself a shot in this matchup, and she is riding that wave of momentum. Will she be riding it to SummerSlam against Asuka? We're gonna find that out in just a few moments, okay? Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane. Baszler, an incredibly hard-hitting competitor. Kairi Sane, she's no slouch in that ring, okay? She comes out with the pirate gear. Some people might laugh at her. When you go toe-to-toe with Kairi Sane, there is nothing to scoff at, nothing to laugh at. It's all business. And tonight, it's about the top prize in the women's division here on Monday Night Raw. Asuka, wherever she is, she's going to be watching this one closely as we're getting right into the action. And speaking of action, as this matchup is about to kick off here tonight, I do want to point out we've got some high-profile matches to get through later on in the evening. Matches like Rey Mysterio versus Roderick Strong, and matches like our main event, Dolph Ziggler versus the current #1 contender for the Universal title, Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, if you couldn't hear my terrible pronunciation. However, Kairi Sane, she's not worried about pronouncing anything. She's worried about getting that shot at SummerSlam as Shayna Baszler won. No, and only a 1 count. Typically a woman that loves to feed off of the torture of her opponents. No, tonight, she goes for the quick pin following that brutal running knee strike. Okay, she is not worried about torturing Kairi Sane. She's worried about getting the job done. She is worried about, once again, going after Asuka for that Raw Women's title as she dropped Kairi Sane there on her face. And now it looks like she's manhandling Kairi Sane, kicking the shoulder there. Oh my god, Kairi Sane's getting up, however. And she hits her with an elbow, goes for another axe handle. However, here we go, Shayna Baszler, the quick strikes. Okay, each one more devastating than the last. With the punches, with the open palm strikes, and then followed it all up with a boot right to the skull of Kairi Sane here tonight on Monday Night Raw. As now Kairi Sane tosses down Shayna Baszler here. Baszler is down. Not entirely sure what Kairi Sane has in mind. She's up on the top turnbuckle. She's feeling the wave of momentum as she just collides that elbow into the bridge of the nose of Shayna Baszler. Now she's building that momentum up in this one-on-one encounter. 2. No, and only a 2 count on Shayna Baszler, who I don't know if she really anticipated the pressure that Kairi Sane would be bringing to this matchup. However, there you see Shayna Baszler, okay, saying, you know what, fine, you're going to hit hard, I'm going to hit even harder with another kick to the side of the head. Okay, the cockiness on display, however. Oh, and perhaps that cockiness is well earned, showing off some agility there before turning it around, turning Kairi Sane inside out with those knees. Those brutal knees connecting on the head, and you gotta think perhaps Kairi Sane still might not be 100%. Following those vicious sledgehammer shots right to the skull by Carmella. Okay, it was kind of a month and a half ago, if I remember correctly, when those two women fought. And right now, Kairi Sane is going up against Shayna Baszler. Okay, Kairi Sane, she's coming into this one not entirely knowing what she can do. However, look at that. She's trying to get a win right there. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, trying to go for the roll-up victory on Shayna Baszler. And Baszler gets out of it. However, there you see Kairi Sane turning her around, turning her... Oh my God! Onto the middle rope before the drop kick to the top of the spine. My God! Kairi Sane is not holding back at all here tonight with that. Just that drop kick right to the back. As Shayna Baszler, oh God, very quickly moves out of the way, I believe, of that elbow. Okay, being shot out like a cannon, that elbow, following that, oh, sprints by Kairi Sane. However, Baszler, there you see, slowing down the pace, once again putting her power on display with the double suplex 2. No, and only a 2 count following the gut wrench there. Shayna Baszler now looking down at Kairi Sane, thinking what to do. How can I defeat Kairi Sane, who so far throughout this entire matchup has proven to be a bit of a challenge. However, of course, throughout the entire matchup, anything Kairi Sane has done, okay, Shayna Baszler, she has used that time to calculate and think of what to do. Oh God, however, Kairi Sane right to the skull, but there you see Shayna Baszler very wisely moving out of the way of what could have been the potential finish for this matchup. Oh, Shayna Baszler strikes back with the chop right to the chest. And Baszler now, here we go, trying to build that momentum with the hard-hitting strikes. However, now it's Kairi Sane now with the strikes, and now the forearm strikes. It has Shayna Baszler hooked up in the corner. As Baszler now, oh, gets taken down. And then a kick right to the chest. However, Shayna Baszler fires back and forth over the past few moments. Both ladies trying to catch their breath. Oh God, but Shayna Baszler not letting Kairi Sane do just that. Instead, just throwing her onto the mat, back of the head first. As Shayna Baszler now continuing the momentum, continuing the pressure. However, Kairi Sane fires back, reverses the kick, hits her with a chop, and now Kairi Sane, oh, what is this? She has her here. Hurricane Rana connecting. Beautifully executed by Kairi Sane. Shayna Baszler's down. Sane goes up to the top. Insane. Elbow connects. And the cover. 1, 2, 3. Kairi Sane is going to SummerSlam. Okay, last week, Kairi Sane, she beat Dakota Kai by tapping her out. Tonight, she thought, you know what, instead I'm gonna just get the pin following a devastating, insane elbow to the chest. Here we go, let's see it one more time. Beautiful, as always, and brutal as well. Kairi Sane, that woman is going to SummerSlam. Asuka, Kairi Sane on one of the biggest stages of the year. I can't wait to see it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to see it at all. It's going to be hard hitting. It is going to be a fight. Asuka, Kairi Sane, okay, they have a lot of respect for each other. However, right now, Kairi Sane, she's going to have to put that respect aside, perhaps, because now she's got a date with Destiny and perhaps a future as Raw Women's Champion. However, still to come. Okay, we're going to keep the action rolling. I mentioned we're going to be seeing Rey Mysterio, the man who pinned Adam Cole, the United States Champion and the leader of the Undisputed Era last week. Tonight, Roderick Strong, on behalf of the Undisputed Era, will be getting his matchup against the masked luchador legend, Rey Mysterio. And also, speaking of last week, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Tommaso Ciampa in one hell of a main event fight. Some might say it was due to the help of AJ Styles. However, Shinsuke Nakamura, he still earned his right to fight Finn Balor. Tonight, he's also going to be fighting Dolph Ziggler in our main event. Well, there you have it. Rey Mysterio, the man who's going to be fighting Roderick Strong later on in the evening. He wants a fight. He wants a matchup against Adam Cole. He wants the rematch. This time for the United States Championship. I mean, he got the win over the champion. Perhaps he has earned himself a shot at that title. Of course, he's the living legend as well. So, he's always placed on that higher pedestal, unlike these two in the tag team division. The Lucha Dragons, who have been having some problems as a team over the past few weeks, with Kalisto seemingly refusing to tag Sin Cara in last week in their tag team matchup against the Revival. However, now we're going to be seeing some singles competition. Okay, Kalisto, he didn't want a tag team matchup. He wanted to see what Sin Cara could do in the ring. Okay, he went to King Booker, our general manager, and said, hey, I don't really want a tag team match. However, I do want the Lucha Dragons to be represented tonight. I want to see what's wrong with Sin Cara. Okay, he keeps costing us match after match. He keeps taking the pins in other matches. Tonight, I want to really study and hone in and look at a match between him and anybody you want. And apparently King Booker, he's got a sixth sense of humor, because right now he's fighting Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, this absolute behemoth of a man. Okay, he feels as though he hasn't necessarily been represented on Monday Night Raw over the past few weeks. And quite frankly, he hasn't. He hasn't really had any matches. So tonight, he's going to be getting a match against the masked luchador in Sin Cara here on Monday Night Raw. And there you have it. Sin Cara immediately running into this behemoth known as Samoa Joe, oh my god, using his sheer size advantage, crushing the windpipe of Sin Cara now, as Sin Cara here. Okay, if he didn't have his mask on, I guarantee you could see a face full of pain, full of misery. However, right now, Sin Cara, he's trying to fight back, bounces off the ropes into a running forearm strike, and this might be Sin Cara's chance here. Oh, God, however, Samoa Joe, he's as massive and powerful as he is quick. Oh, and as you can probably judge by that devastating powerbomb, he sure as hell is powerful. Okay, moving out of the way of Sin Cara's diving splash, and that might just come back to bite him as Samoa Joe picks him up. Oh, with the driver there, driving Sin Cara into the mat as Kalisto watches on, and Sin Cara, he tries to get up. Samoa Joe stares at Kalisto, and there you see the face on Samoa Joe. He's just thinking to himself, really, this is the guy I'm having to fight right now? Look at what I'm doing to this man, as Sin Cara gets up, however, behind Samoa Joe, and now goes after the knee, working over the legs. Okay, the big man can't stand, he can't fight, and that might be the best strategy for Sin Cara, as Sin Cara takes him down with a Hurricane Rana. And then he drops an elbow on the big man there. Okay, he couldn't miss, even if he was closing his eyes following that elbow strike. That's how big and powerful Samoa Joe is. However, Samoa Joe uses that power to slam Sin Cara into the mat. And Kalisto, he's watching on. Okay, he's studying. He's looking to see where Sin Cara could go wrong in this one. However, he's trying to fight. He's trying to fight. He throws the big man Samoa Joe to the outside. However, Joe, once again, gets back into the ring. Okay, this Samoan submission machine. And right now, he's fighting like a machine as he picks him up. He ain't gonna tap him out. He's just gonna pass Sin Cara the hell out, knocking him out there. And then the 3 count, it's over. Samoa Joe takes out Sin Cara. My God, just look at this, a muscle buster, bam, connecting. And then it was over. Okay, Sin Cara barely got any offense at all in that fight. As there you see Samoa Joe, the winner, Kalisto over his shoulder. You can see him just devastated there following that victory by that man, Samoa Joe, Raw's resident monster. Okay, SmackDown's got their Braun Strowman, while Samoa Joe is Monday Night Raw's equivalent. And he just proved that here tonight as... Oh, wait a second. It seems as though the Revival, the men who beat the Lucha Dragons last week, have decided to make their presence known, staring down Kalisto while Sin Cara is still knocked out in the background. Okay, decided, hey, let's talk a bit of trash right now to the Lucha Dragons. Okay, as if a victory wasn't enough. And speaking of victories, there you see Kairi Sane. And hold on just a second. Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion, backstage. Okay, she's not scheduled to compete. However, she wanted to get a closer look, alright, at her next challenger. And I can't wait to see that one come SummerSlam. Asuka versus Kairi Sane. Gonna be a hell of a fight. As, oh, wait a second. Shayna Baszler, here tonight, has decided that the fight isn't over between these two women, attacking her backstage here. As Shayna stares down Kairi. Kairi trying to get up. Oh God, but she gets met with the boot to the skull. Well, as Kairi Sane just gets knocked out backstage, we gotta move on to what could be a main event matchup. However, it's not the main event. That's still to come. Ziggler versus Nakamura. Gonna be one hell of a matchup. No, instead, we're gonna be seeing the living legend, Rey Mysterio, taking on Roderick Strong, as oddly enough, Roderick Strong, he is deciding not to walk out here alongside his Undisputed Era brethren. Okay, we got the United States Champion, Adam Cole, and the Tag Team Champs, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. However, as you can see, Roderick Strong, he's just kind of standing there. Okay, there is a strong brotherhood within the Undisputed Era. Sure, Adam Cole, he's the leader, but there is a brotherhood there. However, it seems that Roderick Strong, tonight, he is all business. As there you see Adam Cole. Okay, he's just in the ring. He's just waiting for Rey Mysterio. Okay, the man who challenged him earlier on in the evening for a match at SummerSlam for the United States title. But still, Roderick Strong coming out here behind the Undisputed Era during that entrance. Very, very interesting sight. Okay, perhaps Roderick Strong, he's thinking to himself, you know, I have to be all business tonight, because he knows that really he's the only one without a championship title in the Undisputed Era. Okay? He has to hold on to his reputation as a dangerous competitor with his previous big match wins against some of the greats here on Monday Night Raw, and tonight he's got to think to himself, I need to continue that streak of victories against legends of the business, just like how he's going against a legend of the business in Rey Mysterio. Right now, Monday Night Raw, Roderick Strong, Rey Mysterio. Let's get into it. Okay, Rey Mysterio, as I was mentioning during his entrance earlier in the evening, declared a challenge to Adam Cole for the United States title after beating him last week with a roll-up pin. Tonight, we're going to be seeing if Roderick Strong will suffer the same fate as Adam Cole did, or will he put down Rey Mysterio like a rabid dog? We're going to find that out right now. Oh, as Rey Mysterio ducks underneath the clothesline. And here we go. With the kicks there, the strike combination by Rey Mysterio. And now throws him across the ring. Ducks underneath, using that agility, that trademark agility of Rey Mysterio here tonight against Roderick Strong. Oh, and then just throws Roderick Strong, who is obviously in a blind fury right now, thinking that he's being embarrassed by Rey Mysterio as Mysterio launches himself over the rope, colliding with Strong on the outside with that splash. And there you see the Undisputed Era, the rest of the Undisputed Era, watching as Roderick Strong and Rey Mysterio battle here. Okay, Rey Mysterio throws Strong into the ring. However, Roderick Strong fires back. Oh my god, with a vicious chop to the chest. As Rey Mysterio, however, gets up behind him. Okay, the cockiness on full display by Roderick Strong. That might just end up becoming his downfall following that neckbreaker by Rey Mysterio, or perhaps not, as Strong goes up to the top rope. He seems to have something in mind here, however. Rey Mysterio says otherwise. As now, what is this? Oh, connecting there off the top. Okay, both men come crashing into the mat with a bulldog by Rey Mysterio off the top rope. And now, okay, decides to deal a bit more damage. We're going into the cover here. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, that one could have been the finish there. However, Roderick Strong got the shoulder up. He kicked out. As Rey Mysterio once again connects with that leaping neck breaker. Goes for a forearm strike. Strong, however, reverses. Bounces him off the ropes. Ducks underneath. Seems to have something in mind. Grabs him. Oh, and again, Rey Mysterio hits him with that forearm strike. As now, here we go. Rey Mysterio. Oh. Sprints into that one. However, nobody home. Bouncing his head off the top turnbuckle. And Roderick Strong now taking advantage. The hard-hitting shots, the chops, the kicks, the strikes by Strong. However, Rey Mysterio, he's looking to fire back with a strike of his own. However, Strong seems to put him in his place, and that is in the corner of the ring. But Rey Mysterio quickly gets out of it. the veteran instincts of Rey Mysterio, knowing that you do not want to be cornered in a fight. You do not want to be cornered in a matchup. As Roderick Strong, there you see the disrespect on the face of Strong as he just picks up Rey Mysterio by his throat before showing off the raw and intense power of 1/4 of the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong. However, Rey Mysterio, he's firing back, and there you see the agility with the splash connecting, bouncing off the middle rope, and then leaping into the air, using it as a trampoline to deal more damage on to Roderick Strong as Rey Mysterio, he's up on the top turnbuckle. Oh, and then crashes down right on the chest of Roderick Strong, and oh, got a boot right to the face there, right to the nose. Oh, and then another pair of boots for good measure on Roderick Strong in the side of the head. As there you see Strong, he rolled to the outside alongside the rest of the Undisputed Era. There you see the t-shirts, shock the system. And what a shocking win it would be for either of these two men to get the job done here against the other one. Okay, both men incredibly powerful and have an incredible amount of endurance. As there you see Roderick Strong with that power on display and the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, these two men are two of the greats here on Monday Night Raw. Roderick Strong, sometimes he's overlooked, but he shouldn't be. And you're watching right now that he should not be overlooked. As Rey Mysterio, however, he's firing back. He's hitting him with the strikes. He's hitting him with the shots. Roderick Strong hits him with a shot of his own. Oh, and connects, dropping him there. Right on the spine. 2, 3, and it's over. Roderick Strong, just like that, picking him up, suplex position, changed course mid-maneuver, using that power, picking up Rey Mysterio, turning him around onto the knees of Roderick Strong. And you know what rhymes with knee? The number 3, and you heard the 1, 2, 3 by the referee here tonight following that incredibly vicious maneuver. Is now there you see Roderick Strong alongside Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish on the outside celebrating the victory. And oh, wait a second. Adam Cole, the leader of the Undisputed Era, the man Rey Mysterio personally called out earlier on, the United States champion, he's staring him down. Rey Mysterio, he's slow, but he's trying to get up here. However, you gotta be quick on your toes. Oh! And Rey Mysterio, for once in his career, was not quick enough with the reaction as he just got hit with the last shot. Well, Adam Cole, he wants to add insult to injury. He will put his United States title on the line without the rest of the Undisputed Era at ringside. If Rey Mysterio accepts the term to put his mask on the line. I don't know what to say. Except, you know, next week, there you see Tommaso Ciampa versus AJ Styles. It's a rematch from No Mercy. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be one hell of a fight, but Rey Mysterio, his entire reputation and career is practically on the line. However, something that won't be on the line, there you see next week, the Universal Champion, Finn Balor. He's going to be fighting off against Roman Reigns. We haven't seen Roman Reigns for a while. So next week it's going to be a hell of a matchup. I'm sorry. I'm just... How... Adam Cole just decided to use the leverage that he has over Rey Mysterio right now, who seems to desperately want that US title, by proclaiming that he wants Rey Mysterio's mask, his legend, his livelihood, the thing that he has been wearing ever since joining WWE, ever since joining professional wrestling. And now Rey Mysterio, he might just lose it if he accepts those terms. I don't know how to... I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't picture Rey Mysterio without his mask. However, I don't want that to overshadow what could be one hell of a match. Okay, it's our main event of the evening. We've got Shinsuke Nakamura, the current #1 contender for Finn Balor's Universal title. Of course, Finn Balor going to be fighting next week against Roman Reigns. I don't think I really properly expressed how excited I am for that one, just like how I'm excited for Tommaso Ciampa versus AJ Styles. Let's just say it outright. 2 WrestleMania-worthy main events going to be happening next week on Monday Night Raw. However, right now, our main event of the evening is Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Dolph Ziggler, the show-off. No matter what happens, however, win, lose, or draw, if Dolph Ziggler somehow pulls out a victory over Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura, he's still going to Summerslam to fight for the Universal Championship due to his victory over Tommaso Ciampa last week. Okay, he beat Tommaso Ciampa via the help of AJ Styles. Okay, he walked out, he distracted Tommaso Ciampa. He didn't join the ring. Okay, he didn't enter, he didn't go even near the ring. As a matter of fact, he was standing on the top of the ramp at the stage, staring down Tommaso Ciampa. As right now, Shinsuke Nakamura, he's going to be staring into the eyes of Dolph Ziggler. Okay, a man who has been on a plethora of episodes of Monday Night Raw over the past few months. However, he's not really been in the main event slot. Tonight, Dolph Ziggler knows that he has to make an incredible impression, and he's going up against one of the greats, Shinsuke Nakamura, with a cheap shot there, right to the bridge of the nose on Nakamura. Perhaps a sign of disrespect by Ziggler, as now once again outpowering Shinsuke, pushing him into the corner there. Oh, and then another cheap shot. As now, here we go, Ziggler and Nakamura once again locking horns. As now, Nakamura is the one who takes complete control here, and now there you see the calm, cool, and collected head of Shinsuke Nakamura, the confident head of Shinsuke Nakamura, talking a bit of smack towards Dolph Ziggler. As now, once again, we see these two men in a lockup here. We find these two men in a similar position as they were a few moments ago. As this time, Shinsuke Nakamura throws Dolph Ziggler all the way up and then down onto the mat. As there you see Shinsuke Nakamura perhaps stealing the nickname of Show Off here tonight against the Show Off Dolph Ziggler. However, Nakamura, oh wait, he's not done showing off perhaps. Okay, that trademark athleticism, that trademark charisma of Nakamura on display, okay? Showing off some gymnastics here tonight. Sure, he's not springboarding off of any ropes. However, he's doing cartwheels. He's doing whatever he can to get into the psyche, get into the mind of Dolph Ziggler as Nakamura throws Ziggler down into the mat before hitting him with a vicious forearm strike. And now he's telling Ziggler, come on, let's go! And that's exactly what Dolph Ziggler did, with a punch right to the skull by Ziggler. Now there you see Ziggler is the one with the upper hand, trying to get into the psyche, trying to get into the mind of the current #1 contender for the Universal title, Shinsuke Nakamura. And oh my god, you can almost hear the bones crunching there as he battles against Ziggler. As now, here we go. Ziggler, with the open palm strike right to the back of the skull, of Shinsuke Nakamura. As now, Ziggler jumps up, leaps into the air, comes crashing down with that signature elbow shot right to the chest. Okay, Dolph Ziggler, as I was saying, he's got a lot to prove here tonight. Okay, he has been on most episodes of Monday Night Raw since joining the Red Brand. However, he hasn't had this main event exposure in quite a while. Tonight, he's looking to take advantage, as he's taking advantage of Shinsuke Nakamura down on the ground, shoving his boots into the face, into the chest of the challenger. Now imagine also what a win for Dolph Ziggler could do here tonight, as he faces off against the #1 contender, Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course, a win over Nakamura would impress a lot of heads in the back. One man in particular, the leader of the club, the current champion, Finn Baszler. Of course, Finn Baszler, most likely watching this one, okay, scouting out his challenger. As Nakamura, once again, trying to get into the psyche of Ziggler. There you see, he gets up onto the ring apron. Okay, he walks into that ring in a very pissed off manner, as now these two men, here we go, main event of the evening, and there you see Ziggler once again takes down the challenger. However, Nakamura gets up, goes for a kick. He gets countered, however, gets met with a few punches, a few strikes. But now this time, Nakamura takes advantage, takes over here. Okay, grabbing him. And here we go, some trademark Nakamura action with that knee right to the gut. Knee to the stomach of Dolph Ziggler, as Ziggler, perhaps about to set up for a zigzag. Okay, perfect positioning. However, Nakamura fires back with a back suplex. And there you see Nakamura. Okay, everything he does in and out of that ring is so unique, as you just saw. Okay, even getting out of the ring, very unique competitor in this matchup is Shinsuke Nakamura. And even just when you look at the landscape of the WWE, Nakamura, he has a unique presence about him that is unmatched. However, right now, Dolph Ziggler, he's trying to take down the unique King of Strong Style. However, he couldn't keep him down for the 3 count. As Shinsuke Nakamura, he's trying to get up here in our main event. He knows Finn Baszler might be watching. He wants to put on a strong impression. However, we've already seen Nakamura and Baszler fight a handful of times over the past few years against one another. Two of the very best. As there you see Dolph Ziggler, okay, ducking the kick, grabbing the other leg, pulling him face first. Okay, it seems as though he studied Shinsuke Nakamura with that trademark kick right to the head. Okay, the kick over. He's seen his opponents. He's seen them duck underneath. He's seen them feel the wrath of Nakamura as he follows it up, typically with a heel kick. However, right now, Shinsuke Nakamura, he's deciding to change strategy. Goes for the stomach, knee to the stomach. However, this time, Dolph Ziggler, he has a counter for that one as well. Okay, Dolph Ziggler, he is one that is very overlooked in the WWE, and he has been overlooked throughout his entire career. It's practically the only thing he really talks about. Okay, he says, hey, I've been overlooked day in and day out, and he busts his ass, and he really does backstage. However, when it comes to fighting outside in the ring, it's matches like these big, high-profile matches that you need to pay attention to. Nakamura right now, he is a high-profile target by not only Finn Balor, but the rest of the fan base watching him very closely. And right now they're watching as Dolph Ziggler takes him down with that neckbreaker. Dolph Ziggler knows that this is an opportunity. If he can defeat the high-profile Shinsuke Nakamura here tonight, well then, perhaps he might have a point in saying, hey, I have been overlooked and I need to get a shot at the top prize. As now, once again, this time with an incredibly quick nature about him, he launches into that neck breaker on Nakamura before kicking him in the stomach. Oh! And he hits with the Famouser! The Famouser on the challenger! 1, 2... No, and again, he doesn't keep the challenger down. Dolph Ziggler over the past few moments, okay, he has had the upper hand throughout this entire matchup, it's felt like. However, right now, it seems as though he's trying to give Nakamura another hand, a right hand as a matter of fact. However, it seems as though back and forth these two men go. Okay, countering each other's strikes as Nakamura catches him, and face first goes Dolph Ziggler. And there you see Ziggler rolling outside of the ring once again, escaping the wrath of the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. However, Dolph Ziggler, he's firing back. He threw him into the barricade, and now he's taking advantage. He goes for, seemed to be some sort of cutter-like maneuver. However, this time, Dolph Ziggler catches Nakamura, bouncing his skull off the post. This is your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. Dolph Ziggler and Nakamura battling right now. Okay, Dolph Ziggler, he might actually do it. He might actually be able to defeat Shinsuke Nakamura. Now there you say he's saying, come on. Okay. Talking a bit of smack towards Nakamura. Nakamura tosses him off. Oh! Out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and the Kinshasa does it. What a move by Nakamura out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Hitting Dolph Ziggler, knee right to the face of Ziggler here tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura here on Monday Night Raw gets the job done on the red brand. There's a reason he is going for that Universal title. It's because of wins like that. It's because of high-profile matches like that. However, don't discount Dolph Ziggler in that one, okay? He is definitely someone to keep your eye on, as he just proved here in our main event of the evening. Thank you so much for watching this edition here of Monday Night Raw as Shinsuke, hold on. It seems as though we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Shinsuke Nakamura, he earned himself a victory as Gallows and Anderson eerily watch Nakamura stand in the ring. And oh, wait a second. Nakamura is now seemingly about to go face to face with the Universal Champion, the leader of the club, featuring Gallows and Anderson. There you see him. The man who will be fighting Nakamura at Summerslam. It's Finn Balor. Well, there you have Nakamura being sent a very interesting message by the current Universal Champion, Finn Balor. Okay, obviously respect being shown here tonight. A rare instance of respect by the champion being shown towards Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are going to be ending this episode of Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much for watching.